College Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. The Bulls offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Brown wants to pass. Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. So Notre Dame's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of that.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their response.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going with the counter play here. It has been a less than stellar start in ACC play, and now the mission is to try to keep this season from going down the drain.
Yeah, and you got to find new ways to motivate. You came into the season, you're probably like, hey, listen, we want to be ACC champs, and that dream is probably gone, but let's refocus, right? Jesse, it's really fun to be that team in the middle towards the end of the year, too, where you can play spoil.
Yeah, it's all about building, too. Just one game at a time, and it just takes one win to get the season completely turned around. This team has not yet quit on the year. They're still out playing hard with great effort. They just got to put a full game together.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Slings it downfield. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
It's now second down after the short completion. Back to pass, it's Leonard. Makes the grab on the left. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Let's it fly. He got it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by a field goal over Auburn. We'll circle back if anything big happens in a 1-versus-2 matchup you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Got it in the middle, it's Atkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to move them on the counter. At the 35, he's open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. First down to start the drive after the break. To the air, it's Leonard. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely off.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Haskins.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Complete to the tight end. Gain of 21 on the play. And a 1st down for the offense.
And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. Ball is loose. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short. Man, oh man, the offensive line probably just swelled up a little bit, relying on them on that type of 4th down play.
Oh, and in that kind of situation, if you're the back, there can be no hesitation. You know you can't be dancing around. If you see the crease, you've got to put your foot in the ground and go get it. And he did it right there.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Brown will throw it. This one's complete. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very...
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Caught the defense offside. That penalty obviously will be declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14, South Florida, 7.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires and picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Line gets set, 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Brown wants to pass. Makes his connection. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. The Bulls will hustle to the line. He's going to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Atkins. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to run it. Makes the grab on the shuffle.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And with time running out here in the 1st half, this offense will choose to take a knee. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And the Bulls will kick it off to start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Got a man in the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
To the ground, he's got it again. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Brown will throw it. Got his man on the right. Always quick to make the move, and he's out to the 39.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his hand down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. With the catch, it's Atkins. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on fourth and short.
Yeah, it's a body blow, and it's demoralizing. It's a good point, Reese. When you go for it like that and you go get it, you're essentially telling the opponent, look, you can't stop us. Next time we get in a similar situation, we're going to do the exact same thing, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Firing to the right, complete. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Feeling some heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Trying to impose their will with the run. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing bold, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. This is a design run, and that's a live ball. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now it's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Florida.
USA. Number 17.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Well, that was about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Sweet feet on the move. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to...
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
And that's a very productive... play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Leaves it with the back. The Bulls will keep this drive going. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulls. Lining up to add another. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Snagged in the middle, it's Evans. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? Defense in press coverage. Looking for space. It's Love. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Movement here from the tight end. They'll try the run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now they've taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Running back searching for a hole. They tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a third down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got a man. It's Atkins.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. And he's got enough for the first down, and it'll be at the 35. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Brown wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays during the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He'll come out throwing on first down. Buying some time. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
And he does every single thing right on that play. Late in the game, you're trailing. You need to get this first down, but you got to try to save as much clock as possible. He's able to get out of bounds and do precisely that. Could not have asked for a better outcome on that play.
Going up top on first down. That's caught. It's Simmons. They make the stop if this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll throw it from the red zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On second down, they'll take to the air. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
One of the things you have to be impressed about this defense is that they've got guys in the back end who can cover man-to-man or zone. That last one gets swatted away. They're in a situation where they're expecting pass. You know this is going to be a tight window to throw into if you're the quarterback here.
It's complete.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
To the air, it's Carter. Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, USF! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
They might want to consider driving this one through on the ground, get him to touch it and get that clock running. Just one of those mistakes. It can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.